folks are starting to revert back to side hustles just like they did in 2020. Right now the job market is hard. Layoffs are heavy. The recent job report that was released is horrible. People they cannot find jobs. Not only are they getting fired, but they can't get rehired. And so everything is just horrible right now. It's horrible right now. And so this is a time where I think it's important for folks to just, recognize there are other ways to make money out there. And during 2020, a lot of folks we were on lockdown. Jobs were being lost because businesses were going out of business due to COVID. And folks started, well, it's almost like some folks were forced into finding side hustles, but some folks were just, from being locked up, became innovative and thought of side hustles and quit their jobs. And they're doing damn good still today. So a lot of folks are starting to do that. They're starting to look at side hustles. I'm seeing things on social media where people are starting to sell things, everything from plates, food plates, you know what I'm saying? Come to your house to wash your car, detailing. Everybody's doing any type of side hustle just to make a dollar. I ran into a young lady the other day at a store, and just through a side conversation, that store was like her main job, but she said she had three other jobs to include pet sitting and also food delivery. I think maybe Uber Eats or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then some other stuff. I felt so bad for her, But at the same time, I saluted her. I saluted her for hey, put one foot in front of the other and not just giving up. She put one foot in front of the other and said, I ain't gonna give up. So technically, she was working 4 jobs, and she said she had kids to feed, which is certainly a damn good reason to have a lot of jobs if need be. But my hat's off to folks like her that are forced to find side hustles and things like that just to survive. But ain't nothing wrong with a side hustle. Ain't nothing wrong with a side hustle. Just think back to 2020. Think back to 2020 and everybody was locked down, and even what I'm doing now on YouTube, and people started doing this more on social media and things like that, getting on TikTok, and people start making all types of money and all types of things, man. And so people realized that it was not just about the 9 to 5. And so that's another thing I would tell you to start thinking is get your mindset out of the 9 to 5. Get your mindset into the 24-hour clock. There's 24 hours in a day. 9 to 5, if you just work a 9 to 5, then you're going to get left behind. You need to be working 24 hours a day. And what that means, your mind needs to be working on finding new and better ways to make ends meet, because times are tough and they're going to get tougher. They're going to get tougher. And for the folks that hopefully I can reach out there, don't be afraid to, again, look at side hustles. Forget about the pride. It's not a time to have some high pride. It's this time for survival. As my friend said the other day, he said, man, it's time for the hustle. And what he meant is that these are tough times right now. And it's, people are losing their jobs. You saw the most recent job report, people having mass layoffs. AI is getting ready to wipe out a whole bunch of jobs. And so people are going to have to revert back to coming up with really unique and innovative ways to make ends meet. So with that, I'll let y'all go. My hat's off to y'all out there who are holding it down with the side hustles now. But if you're not doing it now, consider it, because it's going to get harder than it will get easier for everybody. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.